You ran a few businesses in Newport in your time.
Well, I started.
You still do, actually.
I still do. I started in the pub business with my mother, who was, she hadn't the best of health after my father died, and the both of us lived together. And my sister was away in Kenya, nursing for a good few years. So I was with her, and we ran the pub. And I must say, she got tremendous support of the rural people. She got tremendous support of the people of the community, and right along, and there was some very great friends and customers and friendship has always maintained itself. And
was it a mixed pub or was it a grocery?
It was a mixed pub, grocery and bar.
They were mostly like that then, were they?
Most of them were all the same that time. All the town had, in all those 20 premises, most of them had, not them all now, but most of them had the grocery shops or travelling shops and groceries and stuff and bar like that.
Were there many women drinkers at that time?
Oh, very few. You wouldn't have. Most of the women would drink in around the range at the kitchen where my mother would be.
They'd be brought in the back.
They'd be brought in, they'd be brought in that time, and it wasn't a common thing. And even actually drinking a pint that time wasn't a common thing. I remember the older men, it was always a half one and glass of stout. They were very ordered in the way that have their drink. But I remember when the Guinness pump system that came and was placed on top of the bar counter, the little box. But I remember serving a bunch of elderly men one day after Mass, and one of them saying to the other, he said, it was the square little Guinness box that was on the counter at the time. He says, "Jeez," he says, "we better have another one quick." He says, "That thing, there mustn't be much left on it." Do you know what I mean? He never realised that the barrel was down underneath the counter. You know what I mean? Are very simple things, but very enjoyable. Very good fun, you know.
What's the cheapest pint you can remember?
I'm the worst on figures now that way. I suppose I served it as a half-crown. I suppose I would have, I'd have served it as a half-crown, so I would.
And what were the women drinking that time?
Women that drink, I served my introduction, a woman might have a little drop of port. Or a baby sham that started to come in that time. Baby sham was very popular.
Gin and tonics?
Gin and tonics weren't. They were a culture that came from England.
Oh.
Gin and tonics, they were a sort of an English culture that came in and then became extremely popular. So they did, yeah.
Okay.